I'll start Monday. You've said that before, multiple Mondays actually. Each time with the same conviction, the same certainty that this time is different. And each time by Wednesday, the promise is already broken, and you've moved on like it never happened. Here's what should bother you about that. You would never treat a promise to someone else this way. So why does a promise to yourself mean nothing? Level 1, the unwitnessed promise. When you promise someone else, there's a witness, a consequence, a relationship at stake if you break it. A promise to yourself has none of that. No one's watching, no one's disappointed but you. And disappointment in yourself is quiet enough to ignore by lunchtime. Your brain treats witnessed commitments and private ones on completely different tracks, and the private one loses almost every time by design, not by accident. Level 2, the cost is invisible. Breaking a promise to a friend costs you something real. Trust, the relationship, their opinion of you. Breaking a promise to yourself costs you something you can't see or measure in the moment. A slightly smaller version of your own self-trust. That cost doesn't show up today. It shows up 18 months from now when you don't believe yourself anymore, and by then it feels like a personality trait instead of what it actually is, an accumulated debt. Level 3, you're negotiating with a different person. The version of you who made the promise last night calm, rested, motivated, is not the same version of you who has to keep it the next morning, tired, distracted, resistant. You're not breaking a promise. You're letting a different, weaker version of yourself renegotiate a deal the stronger version made, and the weaker version always finds a reason that sounds completely rational in the moment. Level 4, vague promises were never real. I'll eat healthier. I'll be more productive. I'll stop procrastinating. These aren't promises. They're intentions wearing a promise's clothing. A real promise has a specific action and a specific time attached to it. Your brain cannot break a promise that was never concrete enough to keep in the first place because there was nothing solid there to break. Level 5. Self-trust compounds exactly like debt. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, your brain logs it as evidence. Every time you break one, it logs that too. Over months, this becomes the actual voice you hear when you try something hard. Either I've done hard things before, or I always quit. That voice isn't personality. It's just a running tally of every private promise you kept or broke, and it's been running since before you started noticing it. Level 6. The fix is smaller than you think. You don't rebuild self-trust with a big promise. Big promises are exactly what got you here. You rebuild it with a promise so small, it's almost embarrassing to make, and then you keep it without exception. 1 page, 1 glass of water, 10 minutes. Not because the task matters, but because the evidence does. Self-trust isn't rebuilt by trying harder. It's rebuilt by proving, in small repeated moments, that your word to yourself actually means something again. You don't have a discipline problem. You have a credibility problem, and it's entirely with yourself. The good news is, credibility isn't fixed. It's just data, and data can change starting with the very next promise you make, if you actually keep it this time. Make one promise today, small enough that failing isn't an option. Keep it. Comment, "kept it," tonight if you did, and subscribe us. That's where it continues.